Hi, I'm Kathy Bates with Practical Solutions, and today we're going to be talking about aging in place. As you know, our company does a lot of downsizing and moving into senior communities, but what you might not know is that we also help seniors who want to stay in their home and live independently. And sometimes that's hard to do with their current state of their house. So we help them declutter, get their house organized, get it where they can function well in their home and stay there longer. Today we're here with Eric Becker. Thanks so much for joining us, Eric. Eric is an occupational therapist at Redlands Community Hospital. He's also owner of Golden Age Home Safety, and he is a fall prevention and home safety specialist. So we appreciate having him here today. He is one of our partners that we rely on a lot when we're helping seniors age in place. He will come into the home for us from an occupational therapist standpoint and evaluate the home, make suggestions, and he'll even find people to do the work for things like grab bars, stair lifts, things like that. So we work together to help seniors be able to stay in their home. So today we're going to learn a lot from Eric, and I appreciate you joining us.
Thank you so much for having me, Kathy.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about how you started out.
So I started the business, Golden Age Home Safety. The past 3 years, I've been an occupational therapy assistant at Redlands Community Hospital. So I've seen a lot of my patients discharge home and then end up within days, sometimes weeks, back in the hospital because of a fall or other accidents that happen around the house. So I really wanted to try to figure out a way to help prevent this. I'm a very big advocate for aging in place and really think it does good for not just the body, but for the soul as well. And so I really wanted to try to help people, and help prevent all these falls from occurring.
Yeah. Okay. And I know we see that a lot in our line of work as well. What are some of the biggest hazards you've seen in homes?
So some of the biggest hazards that I've actually seen in homes, actually a lot of them have to do with being very easy to maintain too. It's removing rugs. Actually, rugs are the biggest tripping hazards in the homes. And so just either taking them up, rolling them away, putting them away for a little bit, or there's also double-sided tape that you can put underneath the rugs to kind of help make them stand still, stand on a little bit better. And so what you can do is put them down, they stay down, and they're good. Other things I've also seen is declutter or cluttering in people's homes. And so a lot of people will have it's unorganized everywhere, and they have to maneuver whether they're in a walker, whether they're using a cane, whether they're using a wheelchair, and sometimes they have to maneuver around. And unfortunately, that's also a big risk for falls. And a lot of my patients come back to the hospital because of that happening. And so other ones also has to do with just really knowing your medications that you take as well. And so medications have so many different side effects. If you're already on 5 medications alone, you're already at risk for a fall. And so knowing the different types of medications, whether it gives you dizziness, whether it lowers your blood pressure, makes you fatigued, just knowing what medications and the side effects do to you will help you know yourself better as well.
Yeah, definitely. And you don't think about medications, but they do play a huge role.
They do play a big role. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and what are some ideas you have for preventing falls? Because I know that tends to be your specialty.
Yes, so there's so many different techniques or modifications that you can do around the house to help prevent falls. But some of the biggest ones, just like what I mentioned, is removing the rugs. Another one is actually getting vision checked too. Getting your vision checked, I think it's twice a year by the doctor. That way because as you age, everything gets different in your physiological body. And so your vision starts to deteriorate, your even feeling. You can get neuropathy, you may not feel the ground as well. You may not feel the hot pans, hot stoves, stuff like that. So people can actually harm themselves that way too.
Yeah, I definitely know that. And as I get older, I can tell my balance isn't as good as it used to be. So I'm constantly working on it.
I'm already 31.
Yep. So how can people get in touch with you to set up an evaluation?
So I'm actually very accessible. My website is www.goldenagehomesafety.com, or they can also contact me by my phone number. It's 805-570-3275. I'm 805, come from Santa Barbara, so anyone knows out
Okay.
there.
Yeah, we're glad you're down here.
Yeah,
Hey,
very
well,
good.
is there anything else you want to share before we wrap up?
Definitely would like to talk about a little bit about the statistics and the aging a little bit.
Okay.
30% of adults fall in their homes. That's 1/3 of people over 65 a year. Over the age of 80, 50% of people fall in their homes. And so, and by 2030, 1 in 5 people are going to be seniors. And so, we really have to start helping the community out. Really have to help prevent these falls from occurring. So once a fall happens, it can be kind of like a downhill spiral. Unfortunately, some people may
Yeah, I've
not get back to
definitely
their.
seen that. Yeah,
It's
my
hard.
grandmother was perfectly healthy, fell and broke her hip, and that was all there was to it. She
Yeah,
just gave up the will to live.
yeah.
It's really hard.
It is definitely
But
hard.
it's
And
very
then doing like
important.
the simple modifications, removing the rugs, decluttering the house. It really helps, and it really helps prevent falls. I know falls aren't going to be 100% preventable, but we try to prevent them as much as possible.
Yeah, we're glad to have you around. Well, we appreciate Eric and him sharing his expertise with us today. Please contact him if you need any help, and you can also contact us if you need any help. You can always contact us and contact him as well. We'll give you his contact information. My number is 909-307-4862, and our website is P as in Paul, S as in Sam, organizing.com. Thanks.
Take care. Thank you for having me.